Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Is it pronounced Nike?
Nykia.
Nykia. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
How often do people get it correct the first time?
I would say out of 10 people, maybe 2.
Really? What do people know? What do they say? What do you normally get?
Nikita, Nike. Yeah, all types of stuff.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'll remember it next time. Nykia. Got it. How's the afternoon, evening going for you?
Pretty well. Just coming from work.
That's cool. You do nails?
No, I do hair.
Hair?
Yeah, I'm a loctician and a natural stylist.
A loctician? I dig it. That's I didn't know that was the actual term. So that means do locks, right?
Yes. People claim to be locticians that only just retwist hair. I'm an actual loctician.
An actual loctician.
Yeah.
I dig it. Is my hair long enough to lock or no? Is my hair long enough to lock yet?
Yeah.
It is?
As long as my comb can grip it, it's long enough.
That's what's up. I try to get locks. My wife ain't gonna let me though. She's like, you don't even do all that.
Don't look right.
I'm like, I mean, I know I'm a little big fella, but I mean, I can't get no lock. Nah. Dang. That's cool. So what's the best part about your job?
Actually being able to help people's confidence. I've had some people that will come to me after having a really, really hard time finding a real good loctician. Or just someone that can just help them out with their hair journey. Just really being able to educate them and make them feel good about themselves and feel good about their hair. Especially us as colored people. You know, I feel like we have the hardest time loving our hair and knowing what to do with our hair and just the basics. So that's really what keeps me going because it's a very tedious job.
I bet.
But I enjoy being able to really, really help to teach us, you know. And I had someone that I actually started her locks. She wasn't really confident with her hair and she was having some issues with her edges. And so I kind of helped put her on a regimen and a routine on what to do, and her hair started to grow, and she was like, girl, I'm loving my hair, like, because she was one to always wear wigs and stuff. So it's just those moments there. Or like
you help them edges come back?
Of course.
That's what's up.
Hair is good hair. But it was an older lady that actually came in today to the shop, and she was looking for a wig because she just started her chemo treatments. And so just those moments, she found one that was colored exactly how she's always wanted hair color, and she put it on, and you could just see her face light up.
Wow.
You know, and her husband was like, yeah, she wasn't really feeling well after the treatments and everything and through this process. So it's just moments like that that really make it really rewarding.
That's cool, man. That's what's up. How long you been in the business?
Professionally, about 2 years.
Okay.
But I've been doing hair technically since about 16.
What? That's what's up.
Yeah, so a little over 10 years.
Wow. That's what's up. Okay, now what's the most challenging part about your job?
Getting people to realize the truth about their hair and what they need to do. That is the hardest part.
Like what?
Like some people say, for instance, someone comes in and they want just the bare, like they all want a hair trim. And they're looking at maybe a half of an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch to be cut, and it's like, well, you really need a lot more. Like, we go in how we're supposed to. You're gonna need some, your hair is gonna be short. Or the fact of helping them to believe that grease is not for everybody, especially heavy grease is not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just breaking those old stigmas and those old habits that most people attach to or learn over the years, new generations, you know, just trying to re-steer them in the right direction or give them a realistic expectation. Somebody might come in and want some jumbo braids, and unfortunately hair might be super thin, and it's like I could do it, but it's not going to be the best for your hair. yeah, we could do it, but I'm gonna give you my advice. It's not gonna give the look that you're trying to give. And a lot of my clients respect that, you know, because it's like, I'm not just gonna do anything for you just because you want it and just because you're paying.
That's
you're my
what's up.
walking billboard. I want you to look good and I want you to feel confident about it. You know.
That's what's up. So how often is it that people are not receptive to what you're saying? Like, I know, but I just really want it.
It's not a high percentage. Most times when you're really like breaking it down to them, because most times it's just the fact that they're not fully understanding of what it really is or what all comes with it. But I've probably had maybe 10 to maybe 20% of clients actually like push back, like, no, I know what's good for my hair, this is it, you know. But for the most part, after really breaking it down and explaining certain things, they either one, okay, we'll try it out and see, you know. I get more clients that's like that, like, okay, let's try it out and see if that's it. And I have a small percentage like, okay, cool, that, you know, I trust you. Because it really just comes down to trust, you know, especially if it's a newer client. If it's a regular, then you get that, okay, yeah, I trust you, then let's do it. You know, so it's not a huge amount, but when it comes, it's definitely a thorn. For sure.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's always a blessing to do what you love. You love to do hair?
At first, I didn't. I did not want to do hair at all.
Really?
Life was too busy to do it, and so I saw myself doing something completely opposite.
What were you gonna do?
Originally, I was going to school for my psychology degree, so I can be a school psychologist. That's where I really wanted to do, because I can really see myself working with youth. I feel like maybe later on down the line, I will still be working with you, just in a different fashion. But I was always good at hair. You know, I was having a conversation with my best friend not too long ago, and I was just sitting and thinking, I was like, man, God, like, I really do enjoy hair. Like, have I always enjoyed doing hair? And I can always remember from being a little girl, having those brat doll heads and always doing them, or, you know, my doll's hair and things like that. I literally played with dolls until I was about 15 because I would always do their hair. So I was like, okay, well, maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing right now with my life. You know, just amazing what God does when He slows you down and helps you to kind of pivot where you're already looking. And I'm looking like, okay, I need money. What can I do easily? I can do hair. I've been doing hair all this time. Let's just make it a full-time thing.
Wow.
Yep. And so I've been able to rekindle that love for hair.
Wow.
On more of like a professional career type of level right now, versus just a hobby and me just doing my hair or my friends or kids' hair.
Man, that's cool. So what was that transition like? Did you have to drop out of school, or did you?
Well,
what was that transition like?
3 years of being a freshman, 3 different universities. It's like, yeah, maybe this just ain't what it's cut up to be right now.
Yeah.
And I was working at one point, and I felt the nudge of God really encouraging me to quit my job. I was working at One Main. I was 2 years in, and I was a loan specialist at the time, a loan officer. And I took this leap to try to be an internet entrepreneur.
Okay.
And started that process, and it was actually it was okay starting off. But about maybe 6 months in, the well started to dry up, and I'm like, you know what, I can't really ride this out because my family needs a little bit more from me right now. Yeah. And so then, you know, again, what can I do? And I'm looking at my hands like, I can use these.
That's exactly what God told Moses. When Moses like, God, how do you, like, what do you want me to do? He like, what if I put in your hand? He put a staff in his hand.
Man, that's real.
That's what he told me.
What did I put in your hands for you to do?
That's the same thing God told me my senior year in high school in 2007. I thought I was going to NFL. You couldn't tell me I wasn't going to the league. I was cold. You hear what I'm saying? I was getting recruited by some big colleges. You know, I mean, just a few.
Yeah.
A couple of D3 colleges, and I was like, yo, I'm going to the league. I transferred. I moved in with my boy in a whole other city and his parents and his family. And I'm sitting in the counseling office getting ready to register at a whole nother school, at a big school in the suburbs somewhere. I'm from the hood. I'm like, I'm out here in the suburbs, man. They got money yet? And I'm sitting in the office like, okay, what if I don't make it to play D1 college football? What if I don't go to NFL? What am I going to do? And I'm sitting there, and that was the first time I heard God speak. And he said like that, said to Moses, what have I put in your hands to do? What do you know how to do? I'm like, well, I know how to operate a camera. I know how to record video a little bit.
Right.
Graduated, went to film school. I didn't even look at college football. I went straight in. I put the football down, went straight into film. Straight into film. Graduated from the Motion Pictures Institute of Michigan.
Oh, wow.
Started my business, started working on projects. Been fortunate and blessed enough to work on movies like Transformers 5.
Oh, really?
I've got clients such as like Microsoft in Seattle, Washington that fly me out there. They flew me out there all the time. Blue Cross Blue Shield, work on a lot of big gospel productions, Marvin Sapp live recordings, a lot of big productions for people in Detroit, Clark Sisters, Kiera Sheard, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of my friends. And these people are like my friends and associates, and I've been blessed to work on so many big video production projects because I'm like, God, I don't know what I'm going to do if I don't go to NFL. If I don't make it to play football, what am I going to do? And I thought about what he told Moses. I'm like, yo, I know how to, I'll do this. That's cool.
See, it's crazy when you can really hone into that. And like, and when he when he chooses to really reveal himself to you or really try to speak to you, it's really up to you to really listen and hone into that, because you could have just, dropped that off or say, oh, I'm gonna have that as my backup and still try to go on with your own plan. But because you went ahead and went on, and really just honed into that gift.
Yep.
Like that,
it really is. And it is a gift because there's so many people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s still don't know what they want to do.
Man.
Don't know what they're good at.
Or just trying to figure it out. And because you were able to start for so young, really able to, like, you're probably already been in your prime for a very long time.
Man, I hope not, because I feel like I honestly feel like I haven't done much yet. I really feel like that. I've been blessed. I just came off tour a couple months ago with Ricky Smiley, D. Ray Davis, DC Young Fly. Yeah, the real talk comedy tour.
Yeah.
And now we're gearing up for tour in February for the We Dem Ones comedy tour with Mike Epps, DC Young Fly, the whole 85 South crew.
Oh wow.
What's his name? Lil Duval.
Yeah.
Mojo Brooks from Chicago. And we just came back from Atlanta doing all the commercials and radio promos for that tour. So that tour getting ready to start in February. So
you're going right back on the road.
Maybe. Because I enjoy traveling. I love traveling. But we finna have a baby boy. Me and the wife finna have a baby boy in about 4 weeks. Yeah, so I had to shut down my traveling, for a little minute. So I might do a few dates on that tour.
Yeah.
So it's pretty dope, man. I love filming and I do music. So gospel music, you know what I'm saying? So I record and put out my own music videos, my own projects, and it's a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? I love what I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long have you been a believer? Are you a believer?
Man, I'm a minister of the gospel.
Oh, you're a minister?
Yeah,
you are the second minister I done ran into.
Word?
Yes.
Yeah,
the first
man.
one, him and his wife came to the shop to get their hair done.
Dope.
I'm not sure if you know him and his wife. His name is Joshua Lipson. Yeah, he has a non-for-profit and a for-profit where he's a doula for men.
Okay.
And his wife name is Symphony.
Okay.
I would assume now is listed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he just actually was officially, I guess not ordained, but seated as one of the ministers at, I forgot what church he mentioned.
That's what's up.
But yeah, and that was just last week.
That's what's up, man.
Lord, are you trying to tell me something?
Hey, wait, you better listen. That's it. Listen, you got the gift. He talked to you like he did Moses, so you better watch out.
Man, listen.
Because let me tell you something about ministry, man. Like, God really want to use those who don't care about the spotlight.
Yeah.
I went to Bible college and I got a bachelor's in theology, but I don't want to preach.
I don't blame you.
I don't want to preach. My dad has been I grew up the son of a bishop, you know what I'm saying, for 34 years. And I grew up in the hood. I'm not from Milwaukee. I'm from a little city called Pontiac, Michigan.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's right outside of Detroit.
Yeah.
And my parents literally dedicated their lives to the ministry. Now, our house, their children, we were their priority.
Right.
I'm so thankful that my parents, they weren't the first parents, pastor and first lady that was so busy in ministry, they neglected their kids. It was total opposite. We had so much love in our home.
That's good.
We had football games on Sundays. Instead of preaching, they came to our game. You feel me?
Right.
And it was, but I saw the sacrifice that they went through.
Yeah.
People, talking bad about them. And my parents, not even accepting a salary from the church because the church needed, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen my parents go to work and get jobs for years, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen them help the people in the community, and waking up, coming downstairs and seeing, a whole families laying on our living room floor. Mom, who are these people?
Right.
They witnessed a murder last night. They need somewhere to stay. They saw somebody get murdered. They had to leave their house. Leave them alone. Okay. You know what I'm saying? People knocking on our door 3 o'clock in the morning. Man, my baby mama ain't gonna let me in the house, Pastor. Man, take your drunk behind home. Yeah, she ain't letting you in. Go on, lay down somewhere, and we'll talk about this in the morning. I done seen all that.
Wow.
And I was just like, people, I don't understand these young dudes that want to preach and want to be. I'd be like, man, you can have it, G. That I understand the burden of the people of God. I don't play with it.
You're a full servant.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
To the sheep and the flock that he assigned to you.
Yeah, and these guys, I know, there's a lot of men of God that's genuine, you know what I'm saying? But most of them are not.
Yeah.
Most of them aren't. So it's like, blood is going to be on a lot of these young guys' hands for steering the people in the wrong direction and not loving God's people for real. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, Lord, I'd rather just preach to my family.
Really,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I'm already responsible for them. So.
For real. You know what I'm saying? That's a handful. So, I just seen the burden of ministry for real. And I'm just like, I don't want to preach. It's irritating because, not irritating, but my concern is I know that I'm the kind of person that God want to use because I don't care about the spotlight.
Right.
I don't care about it. And those who really want to be in the spotlight, them the jokers that God gotta knock down on their behind.
Yeah.
But those who like, he don't want the spotlight, he don't care about, that's the one I want to use. That's the person that God want to use. And I'm like, I wish I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, just keeping open ear, keep an open mind. If God want to use you, you know what I'm saying? You can only run for so long. Yep.
I feel like I'm more comfortable behind. I'll be behind the chair. I'll be behind the camera.
That's how I'll be. I'll be like, look, Sundays, I'm cool. Let me just chill back here.
Right. Get my word, and I'm out.
Yep. That's cool.
But a lot of people don't realize that, especially people that's just out here just saying anything or doing anything in the Lord's name. Like,
yeah, blood gonna be on their hands. They gonna be held accountable for that.
has me and my family
Mm-hmm.
in this season where I wouldn't say we took an L because he's using it to propel us.
Yep.
But I also feel like he allowed us to be sacrificed in a way where it's like you'll lose this battle just to win this war.
Ooh,
you know,
you
like
preaching.
I really do feel like he has me right now where
that's what's up,
it's
man.
more beneficial to the people that's around me.
That's good.
Because like I don't stay over here, but I'm right here. I'm living with a friend right now because of situations that's been going on. But I really feel like he structured it in a way where the right timing, the right person, the right situation, and like I can tell that she's changing in such a short time that we've been here. Me and my family have been with her.
Yeah.
You know, and so it was hard for me to kind of stomach and kind of accept until I had to start remembering who God was, his character, and just actually looking at the whole picture and not just how it's affecting me.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people struggle with that sometimes. And I'm grateful to have learned at least a little bit, because I still feel like a baby Christian. You know, I'm still learning very much.
That's what's up.
It does make me feel a little bit better going through this season, knowing I'm kind of towards the end. I think where those lights are at.
Cool.
Just to know that, you know, God ain't left me. He's using me right now to get to others.
That's good.
You know?
That is good, man. Just keep letting your light shine through your hands.
Okay, so I'm this house right in front of this car.
Okay.
Right here with this light is on right here.
Got you. Man, it was a pleasure meeting you and hearing your journey and your story.
Absolutely.
And continue, man, just, you know, let your light shine so God can continue to use you.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for sharing yours.
Absolutely.
All right.
Nykia, right?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. Have a good night.
You too now.